What's going on, guys? So it's been 2 weeks since I posted the last video where you actually got to see the fish. So in this video, I'm just going to give you a little update on everything that's going on and give you a little look into what I'm going to be doing in a couple future videos. So stay tuned. So first, I want to give you an update on the Saulosi tank. In here, we've had quite a bit of breeding activity going on. You can see the dominant male here has been guarding this pot. He's been getting very aggressive. I've started to be able to identify, there you go, you see him displaying there. I've started to be able to identify the sexes of pretty much all of them. So obviously this one's the dominant male. Then we have, this is another male who's been trying to sort of take over but has failed, and you can see there's a little chunk bit out of his tail. He's taken a bit of a beating from this guy as he's tried to move up in the ranks. And back here you see we have a female, that this female is holding eggs. I'll cut in a video the other day. I actually caught her and the dominant male spawning in this flower pot. And then there's only one fish. This fish, I'm not sure if it's a male or a female. It hasn't really showed any signs of aggression trying to assert dominance, but it also hasn't spawned yet with the dominant male, so this one's to be determined. But if you're paying attention to the previous video, I had 5. There are only 4 Saulosi in here. That's because the 5th one is over here in this tank, which I have covered with my trusty Spider-Man towel. So I'm going to cut the video for a second and get a flashlight, and I'll give you a look at the female in there. So you can see the female right here. This is the female that was holding in the previous update video that I posted, and she is still holding. If you watch closely in her mouth here, you might see the babies in her mouth. I actually stripped her I think 3 or 4 days ago. What stripping is it's when you sorry, I'm trying to get it back in focus. Stripping is when you force the fish to release her babies out of her mouth, which I did. And she had 7 babies, and they were free in the tank, but then I left her with them overnight and she picked them back up. So, ooh, you might have just glimpsed one of the babies. Sometimes you can see one of their eyes. I think that's what that black thing is that you see in her mouth. But she's in the range of days when it would be expected that she drop them. So I'm just kind of letting her do it on her own here. And we'll see. Hopefully in the very near future. There you go. There you see a baby right in the center of her mouth. Hopefully in the very near future we will see the babies free swimming, and as soon as I see that, you'll see that update in the next video. But now I'll just kind of leave her in peace. She's actually pretty calm right now. Normally she's kind of freaking out, but I guess she wanted to present well for the camera. Now I'll give a little update on the 20 high guppy tank. So if you watched in the last update where I actually showed the fish, I had just put these guppy babies in here. They're getting a lot bigger. And they're starting to get color in their tails. You can see some of them have like black in their tails, like this one over here. Some of them have red. If you look at this albino here, it's getting just faint bits of red. If it would turn, there's a faint bit of red on the top tip of its tail. Hopefully it'll end up looking like this pretty fish, its mom. But we'll see. So they're growing a lot. I watched the last video update from 2 weeks ago just so I could get reference, and they are really growing quickly, so that's nice to see. I've got some Repashy gel food in here so they can pretty much constantly be eating. I'm also hatching brine shrimp fairly regularly, which I think is also helping them grow quickly. And really the key with guppies and pretty much any species that you're trying to grow quickly is just to constantly have food available for them to eat, and keep their water conditions good. So I'm really happy with this Ziss breeder box because it's really easy to keep the water healthy for them, because it just shares water through these screens with the entire tank, and circulates through with this air stone. Where if I go up here, this is I'm not sure on the brand, but it's a Lee's specimen container. So the problem with this is it works well just for isolating them, but there's no way to circulate water between in here and out here. So I just have an air stone bubbling it, but the water is all confined in this space. None of it gets exchanged, and that means that it gets contaminated really quickly, and I frequently have to use this turkey baster to suck water out. Oh, there's still a little water in that turkey baster. To basically suck water out of this thing, and then I'll add in new water from the tank. So what I've done is I've ordered 2 more of these things, the Ziss breeder boxes from Aquarium Co-op, and in the next video you'll get to see me moving these guys into a breeder box, and hopefully we'll also be putting some Saulosi babies in a breeder box, but I don't want to jinx myself. If you remember from the last video, I also got Italian vowel plant, and I'll cut to a little clip of that, and it did not look very good. It ended up dying within about 2 days. The Saulosi just shredded it to nothing, which I don't think they would have done if it was healthy, because it's native to the lake that they're from. But fortunately, Aquarium Co-op has really good customer service, and they refunded me for it. And they also refunded me for the Java moss. But lucky for me, the Java moss, it's not doing great, but it seems like it survived. So I kind of got some bonus Java moss out of that interaction. So I highly recommend, if you don't have a local store that has everything you need as far as aquarium needs, Aquarium Co-op's a great place to go, and they really take care of you if anything ever goes wrong. Yeah, so I think I'm going to close out the video there. Looking at this pretty red albino guppy. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate everyone who takes the time to watch the videos, and I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything you'd like to see in a future video, let me know. Leave a like if you liked it, and please subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.